What's up YouTube, PokePrimer here, primarily ready to deliver you our Week 4 recap for the NPBF. Before we get into this, I do want to note we did have one forfeit this week. The main Black Bear Ticks decided to give a forfeit victory to the Minnesota Grambles. So Sadie does pick up the win this week over Chad and the Bear Ticks. But outside of that, we have 11 matches to get to this week. It's going to be a long one, so I hope you guys are ready. Strap on in. Let's get this party rocking.
Alright guys, the first battle this week that took place actually was extremely early on in the week, and it featured the Wellington Whirlwinds coached by David taking on Jesse and his Ohio cast forms, the team taking over for the Flashing Blade Pichus. So this first matchup is going to feature David's Hoopa Unbound, Noivern, Golurk, Weezing, Mega Altaria, and Sceptile against Jesse and his Megazard Y, Klinklang, Feraligatr, Latios, Doublade, and Comfey. So without further ado, let us get into this matchup. We see a Hoopa lead against a Charizard, and Hoopa is going to switch out into the Mega Altaria, who's going to take an Air Slash from the Megazard Y. Altaria is going to Mega Evolve and take an Ancient Power, roosting straight up. Air Slash comes out once again, and we see Hidden Power Rock from the Altaria. The Zard is just going to try to Air Slash and flinch, but that HP Rock is going to be able to come out and take out the Zard. Now we see Comfey come out here to try to scare out the Altaria, and it sets up a Trick Room as the Weezing comes in. This is actually very important because Weezing is actually much slower than Comfey. Comfey is actually fairly fast. So Weezing's actually very, very decent under Trick Room against that thing. So this is very, very good to note. Now comes the Doublade, which I'm assuming is meant for Trick Room sweeping. And ooh, the Will-O-Wisp burn immediately. That's actually really, really crucial, because that Gyro Ball is going to do no damage, and with that Flamethrower, even though Doublade's more than likely holding the Eviolite, it is definitely going to go down there. But ooh, it had Destiny Bond. I couldn't even remember if the Honedge line got Destiny Bond. I know most Ghosts get it, but I couldn't remember if they did as well, which is really, really cool to see that. That's a very interesting tech under Trick Room, since Doublade is so slow. That's actually going to be very crucial, as it's going to be able to pick up the kill on the Weezing, which is very, very huge. We see Feraligatr versus Golurk matchup, and the Feraligatr goes for a crunch on the Sceptile. Sceptile is going to go for a Leaf Storm here and get the special attack drop, but eat its White Herb, which is very, very important. It does have to swap out here, though. Very, very important swap there, because Comfey does get Triage, which makes its healing moves priority. So it had to go for... Sceptile had to switch out there. Even though it could have gone for another Leaf Storm, potentially KO'd, it would have been dropped by a Draining Kiss, or something along those lines. But it does actually just go for the Trick Room. Altaria is going to roost here on the Calm Mind from the Comfey. And the Draining Kiss is actually going to be doing a significant amount of damage. And look at how much it heals as well. Crazy. I'm thinking... So I was thinking during the match, but now that I re-look at it does have leftovers. But we do go out into the Golurk here as we see an Earthquake come out. And oh, that damage! Crazy damage on this Comfey. But Comfey is actually going to be able to pick up a kill here on this Golurk. And man, that's so much recovery! Holy crap! We do just see a Scarfed. Wow. What? Why did he not go for a... Now I'm confused. I'm confused as to why Jesse didn't just go for a Draining Kiss on the Hoopa to get damage on it and get some healing in. It would have definitely died still to the Gung Shot, without a doubt, no matter how much HP it got back. But it still would have put the Hoopa in a much better, or much worse position. Very confused by that play. But we're going to see the Rocky Helmet on this Klinklang, as it's also going to go for Trick Room. Since when did Klinklang get Trick Room? That's crazy. I did not know Klinklang got Trick Room. Kind of wild, actually. Very, very cool tech right there to have the Trick Room on the Klinklang. As the, I'm assuming, Specs Flamethrower comes out from the Noivern. That's some huge damage. Ice Punch comes out here into the incoming Mega Altaria, and that's just painful to watch. A Crunch is going to hit this Hoopa as a knockoff comes out to get rid of the Gator's Life Orb. But another Crunch is going to be able to take out the Hoopa. And now the Trick Room is gone. We can go out to Sceptile and Leaf Storm it up. Kill this thing off, but we see Latios come in here, and ooh, it's Scarf Lati. Scarf Lati is going to be able to outspeed the two remaining Mons and hit them with Ice Beam to pick up the win. Jesse and the Ohio Castforms picking up the win in their first week in the league. Very impressive, taking on the previous season's champion and beating him down. Very, very good game on his part. Looking forward to seeing what he does for the rest of the season. So, with that, on to the next one. Next up, we have the London Ludicolo, coached by Kieran, taking on Jay and the Orlando Magikarps. The Magikarps bring the Malamar, Gliscor, Mega Medicham, P2, Rhyperior, and the Magearna against the Ludicolo's Mimikyu, Gyarados, Garchomp, Mega Garchomp, Amoonguss, Manectric, and the Delphox. So let's hop into this one. Amoonguss is going to lead out here against the Gliscor, as Gliscor is just going to go straight for an SD, as, ooh, a Spore comes out. That's really, really good part on his, really, really good play on his part, and he's going to Clear Smog away that Swords Dance. Very, very crucial there, as the Gyarados is going to come in now on the, ooh, another Swords Dance from the Gliscor, just keeps getting those swords up. And Waterfall is going to do massive damage here, but Visage just Okos the Gyarados. Wow. Gliscor is a strong Pokemon. Jesus, do not underestimate. Mimikyu's Shadow Sneak is not able to pick up the kill. Probably could have just gone for any other move, to be honest. Probably would have killed, didn't need a Shadow Sneak. Mimikyu's naturally faster. A crit Earthquake is actually able to take out the Amoonguss on the switch in there. That's really, really painful to watch. Garchomp's going to SD in front of the Gliscor. I don't understand that play. When you're this down, I don't think you go for it in an SD ever. You just have to go for 2 hits. 2 Dragon Claw hits probably could have still killed from the range. Or at least kept him down low enough. And again, he goes for an SD setup. With the Mimikyu, why? Why are you setting up? Stop setting up. Just hit him. As hard as you can. Just, like, +2 was fine. +2, 2 Life Orb hits should have probably killed him. You didn't have to... Oh, goddamn. Bullet Punch is going to be able to kill from the Mega Medicham at this point. Manectric's going to come in here. Thunderbolt, ooh, gets the crit KO with the Life Orb. Big, big damage. Hidden Power Ice? Has to be HP Ice, because if it was HP Grass or HP Water, it would have done so much more than that. Wow, that's a bulky Rhyperior. Holy crap. And then Earthquakes are just going to be able to pick up the kills, and the Orlando Magikarp pick up a really, really quick win there. I'm not really sure what Kieran was doing. He just kept setting up in front of something that's already set up in his face, and that's just asking to take unnecessary damage. Wow, ouch. Hard match to watch on that one, but hopefully Kieran can bounce back from this. I don't know. That was a rough one. But GG to the Magikarps, picking up a decent win there. With that, on to the next one. Next up, we have Chris, who has been on a tear lately on the Phoenix Infernos, taking on Heliodoro and the Meowston Rockets. The Rockets bring their Regigigas, their Mega Aggron, the Quagsire, the female Jellicent this week. Very, very cool that he brought that. The Togekiss and the Jirachi, while Chris brings his monster Salamence, Cobalion, Umbreon, Rotom Mow, Whiscash, which I didn't even know he had on his draft. That's really, really cool that he has Whiscash. The little electric fish god dude. The little thunderbolt in his head. He definitely can use electric type moves. Crazy. And he brings the Mega Arrow. So let's hop into this one and see how this goes. We see Mega Aggron lead out against the Rotom Mow. Aggron's going to Mega Evolve and just get burned immediately as it sets up its rocks in front of the Rotom Mow. It's going to switch out now to Jellicent as a Hex comes out. Ooh, Willow Hex, Rotom Mow. Very, very nice. But not the best thing to go out into. Ooh, no, he goes into the Togekiss now on the incoming Leaf Storm. Very nice, but he has the White Herb to gain that back. Z Tailwind on the Togekiss, getting that nice... Ooh, bad turn for Helio on that one. Getting that Z Tailwind up, just getting Discharge knocked out right away. Yikes. That's huge. Discharge is going to do a decent amount of damage to the Aggron, but it's going to Dragon Tail. It's going to be that Dragon Tailing set to move the opposing team around those rocks. And we see, ooh, very nice play on Helio's part, bringing the Jellicent in on the Cobalions, all out pummeling. It's going to do nothing there. So we see the burn synchronized here onto the Jellicent from the Umbreon, which is really, really nice, getting a nice little chip damage on that Jellicent. We see a Dark Pulse from the Umbreon, very nice, so that he's actually got a special move on there instead of the typical foul play. Very, very interesting. He's going to go for the Heavy Slam with the Aggron into the Protect. And it's just more burn damage chip on him as Whiscash is going to come out and get Dragon-tailed. Oh my, right away Dragon-tailed. Alright, so Rotomo is going to come back out here, and Discharge is actually going to be able to pick up the kill on that Mega Aggron. Very, very big kill there. Jirachi is going to come out and Toxic the Rotom as it's going to get burned. Ooh, that's going to hurt for that Jirachi later on. Ancient Power reveals to be a special set, but the Willow Hex combo is going to turn out to be very, very beneficial as it's doing over half to this Jirachi. Now Umbreon is going to come out here, obviously being quite the special wall, as Jirachi's going to not gain anything back from that Protect. He's going to just keep himself down to the same health. We see the Regigigas come out here and take a Dark Pulse. Regigigas is a fat boy. The Umbreon is just not going to... Goes for the Toxic, tries to catch that Regigigas, but the Jirachi is going to come in here for free on that turn. Go for another Ancient Power, try to get those Serene Grace boosts, as he's going to go for the Wish on the Umbreon. Very, very nice play. He's actually going to pass this Wish out. The Ancient Power is not going to be able to take out the Rotom. Oh, but he gets the boosts! Ooh, that's bad news. Very bad news. +1 everything for a Jirachi is scary. So he's going to go for the Hex here once again. Not going to be able to go through because he goes for Protect, trying to build up those Toxic turns. Ancient Power does significantly more now, but... Ooh, that Hex put him down pretty low. I don't know, man. So he goes on to Aerodactyl here. Very questionable when he's going for Ancient Powers. Oh, he gets a second boost. That is terrifying. So Mega Arrow here is actually not going to outspeed the Jirachi at this point. Which is very, very unfortunate. So an Ancient Power is going to come out here and take him out. Umbreon is going to be able to come in here and very easily... they both Protect on that turn. Very interesting. As Umbreon is going to be able to take even a +2 Ancient Power does nothing. And Dark Pulse is actually going to be able to finish off that Jirachi. But man, what a craziness. 2 Ancient Power boosts in the same match. Very, very crazy to see. We see the Wish go up here on the Umbreon. Very, very good play there with this Jellicent out here. He's not going to be able to do too much damage to it. He's going to just Wish Protect, get that Wish up. Because the Hex is doing no damage whatsoever. So we have, what a matchup going on right now. This is very slow, very, very well-paced match here. Umbreon's going to be here, and I'm probably going to go for a Toxic. Oh, he goes for the Wish instead, not for the Toxic. Very, very smart play on his part. As the Regigigas is going to come in here and take a Dark Pulse. Take a nice, clean Dark Pulse. Very, very nice. So, Wish came true. That Umbreon's staying pretty much at full health, and that Neanderthal is going to go for, ooh, sub into the Ipapa Berry. Very nice. Oh man, ooh, now the slow start's gone. That's not good. Bounce Whiscash. I didn't even know that Whiscash got Bounce. So it's got the Dragon Dance up, it went for the Bounce, and is able to break that substitute. But now it's going to be faster than this thing. We're just going to see bounces go off. Avalanche comes out, does nothing because of the bounce. We're going to see that sub fade. And Drain Punch is going to be able to take out the Whiscash. Unfortunately, Whiscash did nothing this week. Very unfortunate. Now we just see Cobalion come out of here. It's going to be faster. And Close Combat's going to miss the KO. Ooh. Drain Punch is actually going to knock out the Cobalion. That is huge. But In comes the Mence. That scary, scary Mence. Draco Meteor's going to knock him out. Alright, so he went for the Draco, and now he got the Dragon Dance up. Wow! Alright, so he brought the mixed Draco set. Very, very nice. And Mence is going to be able to clean this game up. Ooh, not so much. We have a Quagsire going for stockpiles. Unaware Quagsire going for stockpiles in front of this Mence. I don't know why he's setting up. Chris, you recognize that that's unaware, right? No damage. Not going to do nothing. You're dying. You're done. GG. It's over. I mean, it's not really over, because, like, all he has to do is go out into his Rotom after this and just click Leaf Storm, and bada bing, bada boom, it's gone. But, we're going to see Mence go in here. I don't know why he keeps doing this. I don't know why he keeps setting up. Why does he keep setting up here? What is he doing? He's just going to die of the Scald here. That's fine. He just wants to get those kills for his Mence. That's all he wants. So he's just going to go Rotom here, and he's going to go for that Leaf Storm, even at +3 Spadaf. I'm sorry, man, but that's a drop, and that is a 2-0 win for Chris right there. Very, very good match, Chris. Once again, very solid matchup. The only criticizing that I would do is just him going for all the Dragon Dances on Mence. I mean, I guess he just didn't want to die to his Life Orb too soon or whatever. He wanted to get a little bit more chip in. Or he wanted to just kind of wait that one out. But I don't know. Doesn't really matter in the long run because he did pick up the W. So GG to those two. Very, very solid game. Next up, we have Rich and the Washington Weavers taking on Rennie and his New York Dialgas. Rennie's going to bring his Rotom Fridge, the Metagross here, the Espeon hiding behind Metagross's arm there for protection, the Mamoswine, Heatran, and the Mega Manectric. Against Rich's Protean Greninja, the Palisand, the Flygon, Slurpuff, the Mantine, and the Arcanine. So let's hop into this match. Heatran's going to lead against the Flygon, and that's just a bad matchup. The Flygon's just going to go straight for a Dragon Dance, and then goes for the Fire Punch on the Rotom, but that eats it up. Gets the burn onto the Flygon there from the Rotom. Very, very smart. The Arcanine's going to be able to come in here on the incoming Blizzard. So that's a big turn there. But that Flygon being burned is definitely painful. Ooh, smart play. Going for the close combat instead of the Flare Blitz. Very, very smart play, just in case of that Heatran coming in. He's going to go for a second one as the Espeon comes in and does not take that well. Espeon's not a very bulky girl. Bulky boy in this case. You're going to have to switch out here into the Mantine as the Espeon goes for a Shadow Ball. Mantine is actually going to go for a Toxic, but wait a minute. That's annoying me. That really annoyed me. Rich, listen. If you watch this, I don't know if you watch these, but if you do watch these, for future reference, that Toxic was a bad play, a very bad play, because very likely he was not switching out. He didn't really have anything that he wanted to switch out into to take a Scald at that point, and if he had just stayed in with the Espeon, you would have Toxic your own Mantine. Just pointing that out there. I mean, you play as you want to play, man, but that just fair warning for future reference. Don't click Toxic in front of an Espeon. Please. Don't. I'm begging. Okay. Onward. The Heatran's going to set up rocks as the Scald comes out and does nothing. That is definitely very especially defensive Heatran. Another Scald's going to come out here on this Rotom coming in, and ooh, man, that damage is just not racking up. Volt Switch does so much to Mantine. As in comes the Heatran on another Scald, and it's going to drop. Oh, damn, that Heatran's gone already. Manectric's going to come out here and obviously going to threaten this thing out. As the Flygon comes in, gets intimidated, and gets hit with an HP Ice. What a good prediction. Very, very good prediction. He had to make that prediction, to be fair. Palisand's going to come in here and go for the Earth Power on the incoming Rotom switch in. Nice switch on Rennie's part. Very, very safe play. He's going to Volt Switch, predicting his switch, but an Ancient Power comes out from the Palisand. Please tell me we don't see any Ancient Power boosts. Blizzard is not going to be able to pick up the KO there, and Ancient Power is going to pick up that kill on the Rotom. But now he's going to go back out to his Mega Manectric, and that is almost a free HP Ice kill. Oh, but oh wait, there's more. We have an Arcanine coming in here, but gets the crit on the HP Ice. Kind of annoying, but kind of not a big deal. Volt Switch is going to do a massive chunk of damage there, as in comes the Mamoswine, who takes that Flare Blitz as the Arcanine just drops to its own recoil. Now, for the record, despite the fact that Mamoswine was in and took that hit, as the Arcanine went down, no Mon on Rennie's team will be awarded that kill, as Arcanine just simply died because of its own move. So nothing will receive the kill on Rennie's side for that. The sticky webs go up from the Slurpuff, as now it sets up a belly drum in front of Huh? Y'all saw that, right? He just set up a belly drum with a fairy type in front of a Metagross. Why? Thinking emoji. Curious. Very curious about that one. Horribly curious. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Alright. But we're just going to move on. He's going to go out into his Espeon here on this Greninja. Probably as a sack just to this Dark Pulse here. Yikes, that damage. Goodbye, Espeon. He goes back to the Metagross and gets caught in the sticky webs, but he cannot have his stats lowered because he is, in fact, a clear body Mon. So, very curious to see that the Dark Pulse did not kill there. Probably potentially an Assault Vest Metagross. I'm not sure what spread he was running on his Greninja, to be fair, but could potentially be Assault Vest Metagross of some kind to be able to take that Dark Pulse there. Bullet Punch is going to be able to kill this Mantine here, and we're going to see Palisand come out and drop to a Bullet Punch, and at this point it's just Bullet Punch City for this Metagross, picking up all these kills, closing out the match with 4 kills in this game. Metagross the God. Oh, baby, what a monster. Yeah. What a game, what a good game to watch here. Very well played game by Rennie. Very solid overall. Very impressed. So, yeah. But on to the next game. Alrighty, our next game here is going to take place between the Parma Poles, coached by Nathan, and the Tide Golisopod, coached by Alex. Alex is bringing his Simisear, his Mega Scizor, Golisopod, Empoleon, Kyurem Black, and Shaman against the Necrozma, Mega Gallade, Lycanroc Midnight, Tentacruel, Alolan Marowak, and Silvally of the Poles. So without further ado, let us get into this matchup. We see Necrozma lead against the Empoleon here, as Necrozma's going to go straight for its Z-Power and get up the Z-Stealth Rocks. I don't know why he likes Z-Stealth Rocks so much. Both teams just trade rocks, and we get an Earth Power there on the... Ooh, that's a bad turnout for Alex, but Earth Power does a massive amount of damage to that Empoleon, while then dragging out the Silvally fighting. Very interesting there. So obviously he's got to switch out here. He's no chance of living. He's going to get the Flame Charge up. Very nice play. Getting that Flame Charge off on the incoming Shaman. Multi-attack is going to do a decent chunk, as Air Slash is going to do quite a significant amount of damage. Now, obviously he's in range, so he's going to have to swap out to his Scizor, who's going to take the multi-attack not very well. He's going to Mega Evolve, try to get the BP kill, but he's not going to be able to, and the Flame Charge is not going to pick up the KO. Wow. That did no damage whatsoever. 40%? That must be a very bulky Scizor. So Lycanroc's going to come out now and get the Sucker Punch off on that Scizor and pick up the KO. Kyurem Black comes out, and ooh, the Lycanroc outspeeds the Kyurem Black. That's actually pretty interesting. Really depending on their spreads, but man, that Stone Edge killed. That was crazy. Simisear is going to pick up the kill here on the Lycanroc, as now the Tentacruel comes in. Empoleon comes out, but we see a Rain Dance from the Tentacruel. It is a Rain Dish Tentacruel, ladies and gentlemen. That is crazy tech. We see Toxic Spikes go up here, and that could be a huge, huge thing in this match. That Rain Dish is healing so much between the Black Sludge and everything else. Wow, that's crazy. That's really, really cool. I do like that a lot. So he goes for the Roar here, as now it's going to bring in the Alolan Marowak, and who obviously has to swap out into the Gallade, who does not appreciate that Scald, plus the burn. I mean, that was a risky play. He literally had Tentacruel sitting right there to get swapped back in. Close Combat is just going to miss out on the KO, as the next Scald is actually going to take out the Mega Gallade. So, the Glissopods are ahead here. Earth Power is going to take out the Empoleon here. Into the Glissopod we go. First Impression is not going to do enough thanks to that Prism Armor ability. And Photon Geyser, that dope-ass looking animation, is going to come out and hurt that Glissopod. Glissopod goes for Leech Life and gets nothing back from this Marowak. And the Sucker Punch is going to do a considerable amount, but Flare Blitz is just going to straight take it out. That's going to knock that Glissopod to the next dimension. Earth Power is going to come out here and take out the Marowak. Into Necrozma we go. Seed Flare is going to take out Necrozma. And now it is Shaman and Simisear versus Tentacruel. Earth Power is not going to be able to 2 KO here. And Sludge Wave is going to take out that Shaman. And here we have the matchup that nobody expected to see. Ooh, the Focus Blast miss did not really matter. We get the Rain up. So the Rain Dish Black Sludge healing just to make sure that this Simisear cannot beat him. And that Scald in the Rain is going to pick the Poipoles up. A massive, massive victory here over the Tide Glissopods. Really, really close match. Really, really hard fought on both sides. I do love the Rain Dish Tentacruel. Kyurem going down early was very, very crucial. But that bulky Scizor living those flame charges was also really, really big. Because if that Scizor had gone down, there's a good potential chance that another kill or two could have been snagged by that Silvally there. So very, very good matchup. GG to both men. They played this match really, really well. Really, really fun to watch. Yeah, but now on to the next one. Next up, we have the Baltimore Predacons, coached by Nathaniel, against the Memphis Brave Birds, coached by James. James is going to bring his Jolteon, Escavalier, Mienshao, Tornadus Therian, the Greninja Torrent, and the Mega Diancie, against the Tapu Bulu, the Xurkitree, the Latios, I believe Mega Latios, the Wishy-Washy, the Chinchino, and the Rampardos of the Predacons. So without further ado, let's get into this matchup. Rampardos is going to lead off here against the Greninja as a Head Smash comes out on the Toxic Spike setup. Going to knock that Greninja down to its sash, and we see Xurkitree come in here as the Greninja goes for another set of Toxic Spikes. It goes for Protect here to start stalling out this poison on the Xurkitree, as now a Thunderbolt is going to go into this Jolteon. So this Xurkitree is just getting worn down, man. Rampardos is going to come back in here and get hit by the Discharge. Just drops. Rampardos just goes down immediately. Latios is going to come in here on this Jolteon and just go ahead, Mega Evolve, and go for the Earthquake. Getting a little bit more chip damage on that incoming Escavalier. We have Wishy-Washy coming in here on this Escavalier and just get knocked off. It's going to lose its leftovers, which could be very, very detrimental to this Wishy-Washy because it does need some way to keep itself up, its HP up. We see Return from Wishy-Washy taking out the Greninja. Well, Jolteon's just going to come in here and pick up another kill, discharging that Wishy-Washy immediately, knocking it out. Protect on the Jolteon to scout out for what he's going to go for. That's Psychic, as he's going to now go into the Escavalier and get caught by another Earthquake. Really, really good playing there by the Predacons to predict that Escavalier coming in. Megahorn's just going to straight OHKO that Chinchino. Jesus. Dazzling Gleam comes out, predicting the potential switch-in, I believe, of something else. Probably the Jolteon. But the Drillrun's just going to take out the Escavalier there. Or the Xurkitree there. Megahorn's going to take out the Latios after Escavalier chews that Psychic. Now, Tapu Bulu is going to come in here, go for the Megahorn. It's going to be able to pick up the KO on the Escavalier. But now Torrentee just has to come in here, go for that nice supersonic Sky Strike, and down goes the Blue, and picking up a big, big win for the Brave Birds. They've been having a little bit of tough luck this season. There's been a lot of hacks here and there hitting them, so very, very cool to see them pick up that win. After that big win week 1, the Predacons just haven't been able to pick up that momentum that they had, so hopefully they can bounce back from these losses. But really big win for the Brave Birds there. Very, very well played matchup on his side. Really looking forward to see what he does the rest of the season. But on to the next one. In this next game, we have the Driftvale Drillburs, coached by Corey, taking on the Jerusalem Jiraachis, coached by Gavino. Gavino's going to bring his Chansey, his Lando T, Typhlosion, Mega Gyarados, Galvantula, and Dusclops, while the Drillburs are going to bring their Cacturne, Swoobat, Hitmontop, Ribombee, Kartana, and their Primarina. So let us hop into this one. We see Galvantula lead here against Cacturne and immediately just goes for the Bug Buzz, knocking that Cacturne down to its sash, as Cacturne now goes for a Destiny Bond. Interesting play on that point. He's going to go for the Spikes first, then go for the Leech Seed. So actually that Leech Seed is going to come in decently clutch. It's actually going to keep him alive. Ooh, very nice play on the part of the Drillburs. Very, very good play there. So getting that Destiny Bond up as the Nightshade comes out, that Leech Seed actually made it so that he had to go for the Nightshade, because the Leech Seed going before the burn will keep the Cacturne alive in front of that Duskull or Dusclops, and he couldn't afford for him to be like a special Cacturne and start wearing him down and not be affected by that burn, so he had to go for the Nightshade there. It was a really, really good play on the part of the Drillburs. Really, really solid. So we see Swoobat coming here as the incoming Lando, and Lando's going to reveal itself to be Scarf, giving up a crit Rock Slide there as the Swoobat's going to go for a Calm Mind. Nice, simple Calm Mind. But he's going to have to swap here, obviously, because he knows he's Scarfed. So into the Hitmontop, takes no damage from that Rock Slide whatsoever. And now he's in a fairly, really good position, as the Gyarados is going to come in here and catch that Toxic. Very, very nice play on the part of the Drillburs. Get some chip damage on that Gyarados. Lando's going to come back in, get the Intimidate, but ooh, the prediction, getting in that Primarina. Scarf Defog Lando is going to be shown, but Ice Beam's just going to take it out. But at least there's no more rock or spikes on this side of the field. Really cool. So Sticky Webs are going to come up now on from the Galvantula, as it's going to actually be able to outspeed the Swoobat. Wait a minute. Why was that thing able to outspeed the Swoobat? What? I'm actually really curious as to what kind of spread you were running, Corey. If you can let me know in the comments below or whatever, if you watch this, please let me know what you were running on your Swoobat, because in no universe is Swoobat supposed to be slower than a Galvantula. Because I believe Swoobat, I'm 90% sure it shouldn't be slower. Last I checked, it shouldn't be slower. Swoobat. Yeah, Swoobat's base 114 speed. So, unless you were running a Modest Nature, you should have outsped there. So that was definitely, I would say, an oversight in prep for your part. Just something to look at in the future. You should always try to speed creep the things that you know are gonna be faster than you. Or that you know you're gonna be faster, that you know you can get faster than, just in case. So we see the Typhlosion come out here, and Typhlosion is scary when it's under webs. So we're gonna back it up a little here. See this Volt Switch kill. Typhlosion comes in as the Hitmontop is going to come in here as well. It's caught in that Sticky Web, gets intimidated. I'm assuming this is probably... No! Oh my! I don't know if that crit mattered from the Eruption, but maybe it would have if he was a... have we seen an item on this thing? Have we seen an item on that Hitmontop? Pretty sure it was leftovers, correct? If I am correct. Yeah, it definitely is leftovers. So, unless he was fully Spadef, I don't know if that crit mattered, but that was very, very huge KO to pick up. And now this Typhlosion is just going to start clicking a whole bunch of moves. That Sash Ribombee setting up its own webs, but there's just no point at this point. There's no point in setting up your webs when you have... Why would you go into Kartana? Sash Kartana. But, like, what does that matter? You're not picking up the KO. Okay, interesting play there to get that damage off on the... it just feels wasted, man. I don't know. Why would you switch directly hard Kartana? Why would you go hard cart? Alright, Sacred Sword's not going to pick up the KO because it is still have its EV Light, and Seismic is going to just kill it off. Now it's Primarina versus the world, and look, it's a Chansey, dude. You're not breaking Chansey. And yeah, he's going to forfeit there. I understand that play. It would have just been a stall fest, just waiting for the Seismitoss to KO it down. The kill will be given as a direct kill to Chansey, as we have not seen Toxic from it, so I will give a direct kill to Chansey for that. But, yeah, he put himself in a really bad spot there. In all honesty, he should have gone, when it came to the Typhlosion, as soon as he lost Swoobat, he should have gone, if that was his plan, he should have gone straight to Cart, and done that to get the damage off, then gone Primarina and taken care of the Typhlosion and whatnot, or something along those lines. I don't know, man. The Typhlosion plus webs is really, really scary to deal with. So I think he did the best that he could at that point. But it's unfortunate how it turned out. But GG to the Jirachis, picking up a huge W there against the Drillers. So now, with that being said, on to the next one. The next game we have is going to be the Peoria Phantoms, coached by Kaz, with their Kangaskhan, Blossom, Zoroark, Blissey, Blacephalon, and the Mega Titar, taking on Logan and the Birmingham Entei, with their Mega Swampert, Bouffalant, Magnezone, Lapras, Garchomp, and the Whimsicott. So let's hop into this game. We see Lapras here lead off against the Blissey as rocks go up as the Rain Dance happens. So it's an interesting... He's still going with the strategy of leading with the Lapras and going for that Rain Dance. He's going to switch now into his Swampert as it's going to take a Seismic Toss. Swampert's going to Mega Evolve here and go for the Hammer Arm. It's just not going to be enough to pick up that KO there. As the Toxic comes out on the Swampert, this Blissey is just swallowing hits, man. Hammer Arm is going to come out again, though. It's going to be able to pick up the kill on that Blissey. But the damage has been done. Pennywise, the Blacephalon is going to come out here and go for the Grass Knot. Ooh, does Blacephalon learn Grass Knot? Who knows? So he's going to go out and get the Sap Sipper on his Bouffalant, which is actually really, really smart. Kangaskhan's going to go for the Earthquake there, as the Head Charge is just going to straight knock it out. Cotton Guard, Sap Sipper, Bouffalant. That's a crazy tech set. That is a really cool tech set. Iron Head comes out here from that Bouffalant. It's just not going to be enough to take out that Tyranitar, so he's going to drop there to that Crunch. But man, what a cool set that was. Earthquake's going to pick up the KO from that Garchomp there. And into the Blossom. Garchomp's going to go for a Hone Claws as it's going to get put to sleep by Blossom right there. There's some big turn there. He's going to stay sleeping. He's going to get hit by the Moonblast. Very, very nice play. Very, very nice move. So out to the Magnezone we go, eating that Moonblast. But ooh, that -1 special attack. That couldn't be coming in clutch. Look at that. Volt Switch not doing that much damage there now. Whimsicott's going to come out here and set up a light screen as the Quiver Dance goes up. Ooh, Quiver Dance coming up. Defog to get rid of those rocks as a second Quiver Dance goes up. That's probably going to be game. He's going to go for the Giga Drain just to get a little bit more HP recovery. Moonblast just not doing enough. It does get the special attack drop, but it doesn't really matter at this point. He's going to keep quivering. This Whimsicott cannot do anything to him, so he's just going to get free quivers. He's going to go for Moonblast here. It's not going to do a lot through that light screen, but the light screen is going to fade. He is not Light Clay. Giga Drain is going to do a significant chunk. Flash Cannon does not enough damage. And yeah, this is looking like it's about to be a Blossom sweep. Blossom's just going to clean up this game. Picking up that kill there on that Magnezone. At this point, everything is just going to be too slow, or unable to do anything to this Blossom. So we are about to see Blossom just clean up this game. Very, very well played by Kaz and the Phantoms to get Blossom set up like this. Very, very great game. Kaz actually picking up, I believe, his first win this season. Very, very, very awesome for him. GG to the two of them. Really, really cool to see a Blossom sweeping. And, yeah, very cool to see a Blossom sweeping. I do believe he did specify that it was, in fact, not Pennywise that got the kill. It was not Blacephalon. It was Zoroark that picked up the kill. Because I'm not 100% sure. Does Blacephalon, we're about to learn right now, does Blacephalon learn himself Grass Knot? Fun fact, he does not learn Grass Knot. So that right there confirms that it is 100% Zoroark getting that kill, not Blacephalon. So, really, really great game. Really, really fun to watch that one. I'm really, really happy that Kaz picked up his first win there. Really, really good for him. He deserves it. Yeah, GG. And on to the next game we have. Alrighty, we have the Cleveland Typhlosions here taking on the Kisaki City Glaceons. The Glaceons are bringing Mega Lopunny, Gardevoir, Mawile, Miltank, Milotic, and the Tyranitar, while the Typhlosions are bringing their Mismagius, Togetic, Mega Pinsir, Lycanroc, Dusk, Serperior, and Hawlucha. So let's hop into this game. We see T-Tar lead Huff here against the Togetic as the Dragon Dance is going to get set up here on the HP fighting from the Togetic. So yeah, no damage done there at all. And then the Rock Slide is just going to take it straight out. Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot of damage. A lot of damage on an Evialemon. Now, we got the Serperior in here, going for that Leaf Storm, not being able to pick up the KO there because of that Sand Spadef boost, and we see the T-Tar go for Rock Slide. Surprised to not see some type of coverage move for the Serperior. Very, very surprised by that, but whatever. He's going to go for another Leaf Storm and pick up the KO, getting himself up to +4 special attack, but that does not matter because Mega Lopunny comes in here, clicks Fake Out, and that Serperior is gone. Very, very nice. So we see that ultimate Hawlucha there, and between that Intimidate drop and whatnot, the Sky Attack is going to do no damage. He's going to go out to Pinsir now, as the Mawile is going to go for an SD, but Pinsir is going to be able to take it right out with an Earthquake. So very, very strong move there. Lopunny comes in, goes for a Retaliate, but it is not enough, and the return is going to take out the Lopunny. Now we go Miltank here with that Body Slam, getting that para on the Lycanroc. We're going to go out to Gardevoir here, and in comes the Splintered Storm Shards. Once again, this Lycanroc loves firing off them Storm Shards, and it's going to just take out the Gardevoir immediately. Milotic comes in here and goes for a Hydro Pump. It does over half to this Mismagius. Mismagius is going to go for a Thunder Wave, and we see the Mirror Coat here from the Milotic trying to catch this Mismagius slipping. But another Hydro Pump is going to connect here after that Energy Ball damage and take it out. But now, Nacho Libre is just going to come back in here, dodge that Hydro Pump, which could have done some serious damage, very serious damage. But that Acrobatics is going to take him out the Milotic. Now Drain Punch here onto the Miltank. Very, very interesting here situation. It does get paralyzed, but it's not going to get that fully para, and it's just going to keep spamming that Drain Punch. So Miltank's going to have to start going for those Body Slams, trying to get this damage off on him. But just gaining too much HP back for it to matter. Do I think that the Hydro Pump would have done enough? Do I think that the Hydro Pump would have done enough to put him in range for the Body Slam? Even after Drain Punch damage? Probably not. But yeah, GG to the Cleveland Typhlosions, picking up a 3-0 win, preserving he's being smart now with his Mons when it comes to the MVP race. I actually noticed this. He kept all 3 of his Mons that are closer to the top in Mega Pinsir, Hawlucha, and the Lycanroc Dusk. he kept all 3 of them alive. He actually swapped out to other mons to sack them off in the broad scheme of things to try to keep those mons near the top of the list, which is actually really, really smart, in my opinion, if you want to keep your mons in the top of the MVP race. So, with that though, we're going to move on to our next game. Alrighty, we have one of our later games done this week with the Kalamazoo Kingdras, coached by Chris, with their Mega Slowbro, Basculin, Azumarill, Omastar, Gastrodon, and the Huntail, taking on the Atlanta Dragonites, coached by David, with their Golduck, Meloetta, Haxorus, Seismitoad, Latios, and the Tapu Koko. So let's get into this. Basculin's going to lead here, I guess. The Seismitoad's going to come out. Omastar is going to switch in here as the rocks go up. So very, very smart there. I'm assuming the Omastar is sashed and the Huntail is sashed, as they usually happen to be. So very, very smart to get the rocks up early. Goes for the knockoff, and we do see the weak armor come out here. Get that extra speed, and he is turned out to be Focus Sash. Hidden Power Grass on the Omastar is just going to wipe out the Seismitoad immediately. Latios is going to come in here, Mega Evolve, and almost die there to the Ice Beam. Wait a minute, now I'm confused. Now I'm confused because the Predacons used Mega Latios this week. What is going on? Pretty sure they just used... I do actually still have the battle open up. So we're going to hop over to that one. And, yeah, it was a Latios. I don't know what's going on there. Let me double check the roster to see who messed up there. Again, it was Nathaniel and the Predacons. They did mess up and bring Mega Latios instead of Latias. It doesn't really matter much because they have, I'm pretty sure they have the same special attack stats. But Latios has better attack. They should probably just trade and just stop this nonsense. It's just upsetting to see that happen again. Because that's Mega Latios just missing out on kills again for another week. And that just sucks. But, regardless, shit happens. I will let him know that he made the mistake later, once again. And, yeah, we'll take care of that. But, so the Latios is going to take an Ice Beam barely, and he's going to go for that Energy Ball and take out the Omastar. Very, very nice. The Azumarill is going to come out here, and it's just going to be able to pick up the kill with the Aqua Jet. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Aqua Jet's going to do a little over half to that Meloetta, but ooh, a crit! Energy Ball is going to knock out the Azumarill. That hurt. Final Gambit from the Basculin. I don't know if he won. I don't know if he won yet, but very, very questionable play there to Final Gambit with the Basculin, because Meloetta doesn't have that great of physical defense. I think you probably could have killed with just about any move if you really wanted to. But, I don't know. Probably not totally worth it in the end, but Basculin does get a kill there, so I guess it's something. Something to look forward to? I don't know. But he goes into the Gastrodon here as the Tapu Koko is going to come out. Hidden Power, Grass, it's going to be more than likely, but that Rindo Berry's there. He's going to Mirror Coat him. It's not going to actually pick up the kill. Hidden Power, Grass, it's just not enough. Gastrodon's a tanky boy, and then that Mirror Coat's going to take out Tapu Koko. Chris knows how to prep a Monotype team. It's as simple as facts. Hatch is going to be able to kill with that Dragon Claw there, as the Huntail is going to come in here. He Dragon Dances on the Huntail. I don't know how smart of a play that was, because he's going to be able to set up his Shell Smash, and he's going to outspeed. I don't know how smart of a play that really was to go for the Dragon Dance. You should have honestly just gone straight for the KO. As he goes for the Calm Mind, as the Hidden Powers are going to come out from the Huntail, and 2 hits are going to be able to take out that Golduck. Yeah, Huntail's just a good mon. I don't know what the plan was there, to try to pick up maybe something. Like, I understand trying to set up, but just try to pay attention to the speeds and stuff and see if that's actually like a possibility. Like, oh, you know, if you knew you could outspeed after that +1, maybe focus on that. But I don't know, maybe, who knows. Mistakes are made, sometimes it happens. But GG to Chris and his Mono Water team. Very, very smart play on his part. Very, very good game. Now on to the next one. So as of this moment, it is looking like this is going to be the last game covered this week. And it is going to be my game against the Port Elizabeth Polytoads, coached by John. We have the Scrafty, the Meganium, the Mega Beedrill, the Darmanitan, the Donphan, and the Electros, taking on my Mega Charizard X, Florges, Rotom Wash, Dusknoir, the Cryogonal, and the Weavile. So let us hop into this. We are going to switch sides because I want to be on my side. We lead with the Dusknoir against the Beedrill, obviously seeing that it is in fact a Beedrillite holder. Goes for the U-turn, and we get the Rocky Helmet chip with the physically defensive Dusknoir. And we just go for the Will-O-Wisp. We do get the burn. Nice chip damage on that Meganium. So he's going to go for a Toxic here. I'm just going to go for the Ice Punch. Get some damage, kind of scout, find out that it is a Spadef Meganium. He's going to go out and go for his Intimidate on my Dusknoir, as I'm going to actually go out to my Charizard, trying to get a good setup. I know I can set up. It was a sub Dragon Dance Roost, Dragon Claw Charizard. And I know I can get a sub up very easily on the Meganium, and it hadn't revealed anything worth mentioning. But he's actually going to pull out a nice double. He's going to double out from the Scrafty and go to his Donphans. I'm actually going to double out and go to my Florges because I want to be able to just straight up fuck with that Scrafty. I knew I couldn't 2 KO it, so I didn't want to waste my time trying to. And I couldn't set up a sub on it because knockoff would have broken my substitute. So I'm going to just go ahead and Toxic this Donphan here. He's going to set up his Stealth Rock right away. I'm going to set up a Wish just in case, no matter what he wants to do to me, I can handle it. And now I'm going to go for the Moonblast on this turn. And we're going to see that this is in fact an Assault Vested Electros. And we're going to go ahead and Toxic this thing too. He's going to go and reveal the Acid Spray, which is a very, very cool, nice tech. I'm going to go for the Wish on this turn because it really doesn't matter. He's not gonna be able to kill us with anything, and he knocks us down to -4 Spadef. But now we're back up to full, and he's getting Toxic stalled. I go for the Wish again, as that crit was huge. That crit was huge because I did run the calcs. I put it at -4 Spadef, and modest max special attack Volt Switch does like 61 to like 70-something% to Florges, which means that he needed the crit. It was only a 50% chance to kill with the crit, but he did get the roll to kill with a crit, and that's huge because that makes Scrafty a much huger threat in this match because I have 3 things that are weak to it and 2 things that really don't want to be hit with the knockoffs and whatnot, or whatever it might be packing. So that was a huge turn there. That was a really big pain in the ass to deal with, but he's going to go out to his Darmanitan. I'm just kind of like, ugh, what do I do now? I got to go out to my Rotom. He's going to U-turn out, which is smart play. And I'm just going to go straight for my Hydro Pump. I had to go for the Hydro Pump. I had to try to pick up the kill there. And I'm going to actually pick up that Wish from Florges, so I'm in a good spot. I'm going to Volt Switch out on this Meganium, and this thing is also going to be extremely annoying right now, as it's going to go for a Leech Seed on my Cryogonal switch in. He's going to go for a Protect, as I'm going to try to get off my Defog. I want these rocks off the field ASAP so I can get my Zard back in. I'm going to go for Defog once again here, as he's going to go into his Scrafty. And, I'm feeling okay about this because now I can just swap into my Rotom, and he reveals the sub. And that right there scared me to death. I was panicking at this point in the match because sub DD Scrafty would have fucked my team up big time. So, Volt Switch was actually a slight roll to not break his sub, so I had to go for a Hydro Pump here to break that sub, as he's going to go for the knockoff and get rid of my Shukaberry. Mind you, if you haven't watched my team builder in battle on my side, the Shukaberry was there because he does have Zygarde, and I wanted to be able to live and burn the Zygarde. So, that was the plan with the Rotom. So that's alright there. But, now that he's out of his sub, I'm actually going to go for a Will-O-Wisp again, but he's just going to go back out to his Meganium, which is smart, because now it's, it can't get burned again. So I'm going to go Cryogonal here, as he's going to go for the Leech Seed. Now, predicting him to go for a Protect, I'm actually going to swap and go to my Weavile, because I feel like that's my safest play. So he's going to go for the Protect again, and I get Weavile in for free. Just go for a Banded Knockoff, take out this big root holding Meganium, and we're good to go. So now I'm going to have to go back out to Rotom on this Scrafty, and we're in position. So he's going to go for the Focus Punches, and I do get a crit on the Volt Switch, so that actually does break his sub for sure. I decided I'm going to sack Cryogonal here, because I feel like that's my safest bet. As I'm going to actually now go out into my Megazard, Mega Evolve, and try to get the sub up in front of him. He's actually just going to go for the knockoff, and it's going to break my sub, and that's upsetting. So, right here, I'm going to set up a Dragon Dance in front of this thing, as he's going to go for a knockoff. It's going to do about 20-ish to 30-ish%, so it's doing a significant amount. But I'm going to be able to keep getting these roosts up, as he's going to actually come in with his Donphan, and it's still toxic, so that's the thing. So I'm actually going to try to toxic stall this thing a bit. I'm going to go for sub with my Zard and try to get some more damage off on this thing, as I'm actually going to get the sub up for free this turn on this Electros, and not going to go for the Roost first. I thought about it, but I want to just go ahead and get rid of that Electros immediately. I know 2 Dragon Claws can kill from this range. I'm really upset that that didn't kill. But he's going to be able to get the Earthquake off there, and this next Dragon Claw will take out the Donphan. And now this confused me at this point, because I thought he was going to start going into Scrafty to try to pick up Intimidates and intimidate my Zard down and such, forcing me to make a lot of different plays. But instead he goes into his Darm. I don't know why. I am faster now, so I'm just going to go ahead and Dragon Claw, pick up the kill on that Darm. And then he goes Beedrill here, so I'm going to pick up the kill on the Bee as well. He's going to go out and Scrafty here, get the Intimidate off. I'm actually going to go for Roost first. I don't want to chance any crits. So he's going to go for the knockoff there. I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw, and it's going to do a little under half. And he's going to get up the sub. And I'm like, alright, this is okay. He's actually going to tighten his focus, go for that Focus Punch. I'm going to go for the Dragon Claw, break his sub, and the Focus Punch barely misses out on the KO. So right there, that kind of proves... I might have messed up in the broad scheme of things, I might have messed up my my calcs. I think I might have actually had it at +1. But the Focus Punch does not KO, and I'm actually able to break him out of his sub and pick up the kill on that Scrafty. And we pick up a 4-0 win here against the Port Elizabeth Politoads, picking up our 4th win overall against him, actually. In league format, it's been quite the rivalry between me and the Politoads. So glad to pick up another win here and keep up the streak. But yeah, with that though, with that being more than likely the last game for this week, we are going to head right into the kill leaders. Alrighty, so with all those games completed this week, we have our kill leaders updated. And boy, we have some shake-ups. The first clear shake-up here is that Hawlucha is sitting comfortably at the top, number 1 in the kill leaders without a single worry. No one is tied with him currently for those kill leaders because of the fact of Salamence taking a death this week. It does drop itself down because of its differential, because that is the way that we are ranking this. I'm choosing to rank it by differential, not by overall kills and such and whatnot. So Hawlucha is sitting comfortably here at the top of the leaderboard. 10 kills, 2 deaths, plus 8 differential. Ethan has been using Hawlucha extremely well this season, and very, very evident here with its high ranking and his record being only 3-1. Very, very solid so far this season. The next Mon in the rankings is new to the top 10. Yeah, he wasn't in the top 10 week 1. He's brand new to the top 10, and your boy got him here this week with a 5-kill late-game Dragon Dance sweep. And that is Mega Charizard X from the Panula Primarinas. 8 kills, no deaths whatsoever. cleaning up the Port Elizabeth Politoads this week with a sub DD Roost Dragon Claw set. Very, very, very solid set to take on a team that had no fairies to stop it, and no need to run a fire type move to cover anything because Dragon Claw is going to hit everything neutrally anyway. So very, very solid this week. It worked out. The set worked out exactly the way I planned it, and I'm very, very pleased with how that worked out. I'm very, very happy with the result. We do have Megazard X now in the second place spot on the kill leaders, which is awesome. The next Mon in place mentioned earlier was the Salamence from the Phoenix Inferno. Salamence is chilling up here with 10 kills and 3 deaths, picking up another 2 kills this week, but unfortunately dropping in that game, which is very, very sad. But he's still sitting here up here in the top 3, kicking ass, 10 and 3 at +7. Really, really solid differential, and Chris has been using this thing absolutely amazingly so far this season. Really, really, really good to see how well this Mence has been doing for him. So, with that, that's our top 3. We're going to move on into the rest, and we have quite a kill leaders list. Look at it. We have Metagross up here from the New York Dialgas, 7-0. Unkilled so far this season, as they are one of the few undefeated teams remaining. I believe the only undefeated teams that are left in the league so far are the New York Dialgas, the Paniolo Primarinas, which is myself, and the Jerusalem Jirachis, to my knowledge. If I messed that up, I apologize. If I forgot somebody, that is my bad. But yeah, those are the only undefeated teams so far left this season, which is really, really cool to note. But Metagross picked up a shit ton of kills this week, shooting itself up to the number 4 slot on our kill leaders. Bumping himself down just a little bit, just because he didn't get to do anything this week. Metagross hogged all the action. We have Mamoswine, also from the New York Dialgas, sitting at 6-0, +6 differential. It just hasn't had the opportunity to do anything the past 2 weeks, but regardless, this thing is still sitting up here because it's just that strong. It is really, really strong mon, and it shows very clearly as to how many kills it just easily picks up. The next mon on the list, after picking up a kill this week and obviously keeping himself from dying, we have Weavile from the Paniolo Primarina, 6 kills, 1 death with a +5 differential. Weavile was able to pick up a clean banded knockoff kill on the Meganium that was being such a pain. That big root leech seed Meganium was such a pain, but Weavile was able to take it out and really, really help out the team in the long run. Really, really solid for Weavile to be sitting up here in 6th place. The next mod on the list, though, is going to be a returning member to the top kills, being Galvantula of the Jerusalem Jirachis, finally picking up another kill and getting himself back on this list, 5-0. Yes, you've heard me correctly. Galvantula has not died this season. Galvantula is typically a mon that comes with a Focus Sash and comes in, sets up webs, and dies. But Gavino and the Jerusalem Jirachis have been playing Galvantula extremely well this season. This thing has been putting in so much work against every team he's brought it against. It's been really, really solid, and I'm really, really impressed with how he's used it, and his skill with it has shown with how high it has made it on this list. The next slot, it was actually just a swap of teammates. Hippowdon did not show up this week to the match, so in his place, Shaman of the Tide Galissopods shoots itself up on the kill leaders, picking up several kills this week, and shooting itself up to 7-3 with a +4 differential. Shaman put in a lot of work this week, even though it was a losing effort to the Parma Poipoles. I believe that was their opponents this week. Unfortunately, even though it was a losing effort, Shaman did put in a massive amount of work against them this week, which is a very, very, very solid, in a very, very solid game. So very, very good to see Shaman up here. Next up, we have Comfey of the Ohio Cast Form, sitting at 6 kills and 2 deaths. I'll be completely honest, I don't exactly remember what Comfey did this week, but it's still sitting up here nice and strong after such a great performance by the former coach of the Pichus before the Cast Forms became a team. Comfey will be sitting up here for a while, I feel, unless something crazy really happens. I think Comfey has the potential to sit up here for quite some time, if used properly. And then the last mon rounding out the list is another tie with the Comfey, being Jirachi at also 6-2. Hasn't really done too much hacking in the most recent weeks, but man, is this thing still a cancerous piece of crap. It just keeps flinching everything that it touches in this league, and it's been picking up kills because of it. So, unfortunate that it's been getting these kills due to hacks, but it's Jirachi. That's what he does. I did put 2 other mons here as well, though, because there is a tie for the 8th place spot between 4 mons, and the other 2 mons are Lycanroc Dusk, who has continued to pick up kills with the Splinter Storm Shard Z move each and every week, sitting at a comfortable 6-2, and the Circuitry from the Baltimore Predacons, once the first place holder, steadily has been falling down in its graces due to just picking up deaths and some really rough playing in some of the weeks from my view of it. But I did believe that they deserve to have some form of recognition because they are also tied with the Jirachi and the Comfey. They just didn't make the official list because of just alphabetical order. As simply the only reason there. But with that, though, that is going to conclude our Week 4 recap for the NPBF. If you guys have enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. But with that, though, I'm going to get out of here. Until next time, I am PokePrimer, signing off. Peace.